So hello guys, I'm Armin Arustamov, CEO and founder of Got It app. This is an internal dialogue mental health app which helps high performers like athletes, militaries, business leaders to overcome their mental challenges and win competitions, win in sports, in study, work, and life. And you can, by the way, download this in the AppStore, just searching Got It Live for free. And today we have a special guest, Erin Richardson, successful student athlete of one of the top university of the world, UC Berkeley, tennis player, participant of Wimbledon, and just beautiful woman, studying economics and participant in Association of Berkeley Women in Business. Erin, nice to see you.
Yeah, hi, thanks for having me. Excited to talk to you today.
Thank you. Could you share a little bit about the Got It app?
I've been using it.
Could you share your personal experience? How do you like it?
It's the first time I've used an app like Got It, like that. I've never used something similar to that before. And obviously, yeah, it's an internal dialogue app where you kind of get to ask questions to yourself and answers to yourself, but almost as a third person, which I think for me was super like kind of eye-opening, and it definitely changed the way I sort of perceived the things I was talking about. I think if you like, I've had different lengths of conversations and dialogues with myself, and I think listening back is definitely very, like insightful and it's helped me kind of process different things and understand why I feel a certain way. And because you get each little question kind of opens the door a little bit further each time, it's nice to kind of listen to that as an outsider once you're done and understand why it is you're feeling what you're feeling. And I feel like you just get a better understanding and able to process things better. And I think for me, that's a big part of sort of working through problems, is understanding and processing what it actually is. And I think the app definitely really helps you like straight away understand and kind of validate what you're feeling, because you listen to it as like a conversation with two people, and that definitely changes the perspective a little bit.
Nice, cool. Could you explain how it works, like to people who never use it?
Yeah, so it's, as I said before, an internal dialogue. So you start with selecting kind of a category that is most troubling to you right now and which you're having problems with. And from there, you then you are asked to say what the most challenging problem is, what's stressing you, worrying you right now. And that's you as the mentee when you say that. And then you have the other side where you have a mentor. So you'll ask you'll state your problem, then you'll listen back to that problem in a different voice. And then as a mentor, you'll ask a question related to that. And if you're struggling with questions, there's tips at the bottom and you can get advice on what to ask. And then you ask your question and then become the mentee again, listen back to that question and then answer it. And then that process kind of continues until you kind of feel comfortable stopping. And as you go, you can add insights that you may be noticing or realizing as you go along, and steps that you want to then act on or commit to with that insight. And then, once you're done, you can go back and listen to the whole conversation as one go, and in different people's voices to your own. And it just kind of really helps you see your hear your problems in a different way, and break down each kind of step of why you're feeling what you're feeling, who can help you, how you can deal with it, how you can move on. I think, you get to listen to each kind of step and evolution of that at the end.
Was it nice? What the top benefits of this app? Like see on the problem from the different way, distance from oneself, insights, role-playing game, changed voice. What the top benefit from this app?
I think for me, it was kind of being able to, hear what I was feeling, but as an outsider, distancing myself from it. I think a lot of the time it's like people often maybe going through issues, but they can still give advice to their friends going through things, even though you're still going through things. Like when it's your own self, you kind of perceive things differently. And I think the coolest part for me and what brought me the most like comfort and sort of understanding was listening back at the end to the entire conversation I kind of had with myself, and realizing, because if you're being completely honest with yourself, it's like pretty eye-opening, and you get to increasingly understand what you're going through and figure out solutions as you go step by step, which is a lot easier to kind of understand everything than if you just try and straight away attack and finding a solution. So I think definitely then listening back as an outsider and hearing it broken down was for sure the part I found the most beneficial.
Nice, interesting.
As an athlete in sport, I think it can be very helpful in, say you're going through a challenging time with balancing things or performing or anything. I think it can allow you to step back and understand why this is happening, why you may be feeling it, what are the big factors that are playing a role. I think pretty much on almost any kind of feeling you're having, I think you can better understand and process from this app, I would say.
And what do you think, what type of people is best suited for Got It app?
I think people just willing to solve their problems, and people that are able to accept when that something's going on and that they want to be happy or want to get better. I think it doesn't have to be a set group of people. I think it can help anyone in a lot of circumstances. I think being able to have that dialogue with yourself and listen to it can, like I said, solve and support and help you improve so many different issues. I think as long as you're kind of willing to, like I said earlier, buy into the app, buy into the process, then I think that's kind of the most important part of getting the most out of the app, I would say.
What do you think, how often the athlete or student can use this app? Every day or one time per week? Or
I think to get the most benefit, I think it's helpful to go back to the app consistently. Like I would say probably a few times a week or even daily. And if you have free time and you want to just go through something that's happening, like whenever you feel like there's something that is causing you different feelings and emotions that is having a toll on your mental health, I think it can be as almost frequently or infrequently as kind of you need. But I definitely think having a consistent routine of optimizing it and buying into that process of when there's something you feel like you're struggling with, going to the app, I think is definitely the most important thing. And I guess, I found for me, I feel like using it kind of in the evenings or daily or sometimes, just a few times a week is the best to help continuously process and understand what I'm feeling and get to know myself better, I think, probably.
Comparing this app with meditation apps, which like a Calm and Headspace, all these guys give people like a ready-made solution, like some content, meditation content, like a psychological content. But our app doesn't give any ready-made solution. And you have to create the questions. And it's not comfortable because you have to thinking, and thinking is not comfortable. How do you deal with this? And
I mean, I think that's a big factor that sets the app apart, that will help it provide a lot more benefit than having solutions kind of thrown in front of you. Like you have to figure out your own solution by asking those questions, thinking more than you probably feel comfortable doing, and making things difficult and being honest with yourself. I think that's the great part about the app, is that you're the person that has to solve it. And a lot of things that in life in general, and you go through, the only way to move forward and progress is when you're the one actively engaged in solving an issue. And I think it's the same with the app. When you're the one that's able to come up with a solution that helps whatever you're going through, I think that's a lot more powerful than someone giving a generic answer and solution that they've told everyone else that's used the app before them. So yeah, I think that's the best part about the app, really.